All right, we're back with Rugby Trivia edition number 5. So hopefully enjoy. If you do enjoy these trivias, like, share this with your friends, also subscribe so you can get the weekly trivia videos and see how you can test your rugby knowledge. So let's get into it. With the first question. This first round is easy, and then it goes to a medium, and then it goes to a hard round. So start off, there's 15 questions in total. See how you go and pop your answers and how many points you got at the end in the comments. Question number 1. How many players are on a rugby team on the field at one time? So how many players from one team is on the field? Is it a maximum of 11? A, is it 11? B, is it 14? C, is it 15? Or is it D, 13? So we start off with a pretty easy one, and the answer is C, 15 players are allowed on the field per team. Question number 2. What is the duration of a standard rugby union match? Is it A, 90 minutes? Is it B, 80 minutes? Is it C, 70 minutes? Or is it D, 60 minutes? Another quite easy one here. The answer is B, for 80 minutes is a full duration of a standard rugby union match. Hopefully you got 2 out of 2 so far. Question number 3. Which country is known as the All Blacks? So the nickname of their rugby team, is it A, Samoa? Is it B, the Cook Islands? Is it C, New Zealand? Or is it D, Namibia? Another straightforward, hopefully an easy one for you. It is C, New Zealand, who have been named it since I believe 1906, when England toured New Zealand. Now we move on to question number 4. Who was the captain of the South African rugby team that won the 1995 Rugby World Cup? Is it A, Naas Botha? Is it B, Francois Pienaar? Is it C, Joost van der Westhuizen? Or is it D, John Smith? Now, if you are from Southern Hemisphere, you probably do know this one, and it is B, Francois Pienaar, who was the captain to South Africa's first Rugby World Cup final win. And we move on to question 5, the last one of the easy round. Who was the first player to score 1,000 points in international rugby? Is it A, Michael Linner from Australia? Is it B, Dan Carter from New Zealand? Is it C, Andrew Mehrtens from New Zealand as well? Or is it D, Johnny Wilkinson from England? Maybe not so straightforward this one, but the answer is A, Michael Linner from Australia, from the Wallabies. He scored his 1,000th point on June the 4th, 1995. Second was, B, Dan Carter got his 1,000th point on June 21st, 2008. Andrew Mehrtens had 967 career points, and Johnny Wilkinson got his on March the 6th, 2004. And that's the end of the easy round. We're going to move on to the fairly difficult round. And the stadium in the background there is the Cheetahs from Bloemfontein. And this one here in the background of round 1 is the Glasgow Warriors stadium. Now, this one's fairly difficult, nothing crazy, but, this kind of tests your knowledge a little bit. So we move on to round 2, question number 6. And it is, which English rugby club has won the most Premiership rugby titles? Is it A, the Sale Sharks? Is it B, the Saracens? Is it C, Exeter Chiefs? D, Leicester Tigers? And the answer for that one is D, the Leicester Tigers, who have won it 11 times. Sales Sharks winning it once, Saracens 6 times, and Exeter Chiefs 5 times. Now we move to question 7. What year did rugby union officially turn professional? Was it A, 1992, B, 1995, C, 1997, or D, 1990? So it officially turned professional the first time South Africa hosted a World Cup and participated in their first World Cup, which was 1995. B. Now we move to question 8. So it shows how many years players were playing without it being professional. So, I guess a lot of other sports and, I guess even the women's game as well, people are trying to force it too quickly to go professional. I mean, these things took like 100 years of rugby. So hopefully, this will just keep growing the game. So question number 8. Which team did England beat in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final? Was it A, South Africa, B, France, C, Australia, or D, New Zealand? So the one World Cup and Northern Hemisphere team won. England, they beat Australia in Australia, actually. And what a cracker of a game it was. A win to extra time. Johnny Wilkinson slotted a right-footed dropkick, which, obviously his good foot is left-footed. He slotted a right-footed dropkick in extra time to give him the lead and for them eventually to win the game 20 points to 17. Now to question 9 we go. How many times has France played in a Rugby World Cup final? Is it A, 3? Is it B, 2 times? C, 1 time? Or D, they haven't made a World Cup final? Now the answer is, it's pretty unlucky that they haven't won one yet, but it is A, they have played in a World Cup final 3 times, in 1987, 1999, and 2011 against the All Blacks in New Zealand, I think losing 8 points to 7, where they were the better team on the day as well. Now we move to question 10, the last one of the mild round. Who has scored the most tries in the French top division rugby history? So it's the top 14, etc., etc. Is it A, Laurent Arbaud, B, Maxime Medard? Is it C, Aurélien Rougerie? Or is it D, Vincent Clark? Excuse the pronunciations. Now the answer is D, Vincent Clark. He scored 101 tries in his career, where second was Laurent Arbaud with 100, Aurélien Rougerie with 96, Maxime Redard with 91. Now we move to the hard round with the Northampton Saints field in the background. And I don't know about you, let me know below, but do you also love just the different stadiums around the world? I think it's super cool to be able to see all the different pitches out there. Now we go to question 11 in the hard round. Who is the most capped British and Irish Lions player ever? Is it A, Dickie Jeeps, B, Willie John McBride, C, Gareth Edwards, or D, Alan Wynne Jones? And the answer is B, Willie John McBride, having played 17 caps for the British and Irish Lions. Dickie Jeeps with 13 for second, Alan Wynne Jones with 12, and Gareth Edwards with 10. We move to question 12. Question number 12. Which French player scored a hat-trick in the 1995 Rugby World Cup quarter-final against New Zealand? Was it A, Philippe Sella, B, Jean-Pierre Rives, C, Emile Ntamack, or D, Christophe Dominici? Now the answer is D. Christoph Dominici got the hat trick. And I mean, what a game it was. And they did not win. Someone wrote on there they did win, but they did not. They lost 43-31 in an absolute cracker of a match. And New Zealand ended up losing in the final against South Africa. Which team won the first Super Rugby title in 1996? Was it A, the Bulls? Was it B, the Crusaders? C, Blues? Or is it D, Brumbies? So I guess if you know your Super Rugby, you should know this one. The initial winner of Super Rugby was C, the Blues, beating the Natal Sharks 45-21 in the final. I mean, what a walloping it was as well. Everyone was expecting a pretty good game, but the Sharks just didn't show up. Now, question 14. Who scored the first ever try in the Rugby World Cup? So, in the history of the Rugby World Cup, who scored the first ever try? Was it A, John Kerwin? Was it B, Jonah Lomu? C, David Campese? Or D, Serge Blanco? The first ever try scorer was A, John Kerwin from New Zealand, in New Zealand. And New Zealand ended up winning the first ever World Cup as well. Question 15. Last question. Hopefully the scores have been going good. 15. Who is Argentina's most capped player ever as of December 2024? As I believe it might change soon. Is it A, Julian Montoya? B, Nicolas Sanchez? C, Agustin Crevi? Or D, Pablo Matera? Now, the most capped player for the Pumas at this moment is C, Agustin Crevi with 110 caps. Second is Pablo Matera with 109, but he's still playing, so he could take over within the next few months. You got Julian Montoya with 105, also still playing, and B, Nicolas Sanchez with 104. So let's see how you went. Let me know your scores below. And yet again, I mean, if you get anything over about 8 or 9, seeing as the first round is quite easy, if you get over 8 or 9, I mean, you pretty much know your rugby pretty damn well. So let me know your scores below. Try to get back to you as well, because I probably would be able to get maybe 10, 11 of those. Some of those would be definitely guesses, but let me know what you thought. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe as well if you want to see future videos and future trivia questions as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.